Hi everyone, I'm Thomas Maffai, Director of Policy and Advocacy at Go Public Schools, Oakland. We wanted to share a quick update on the OUSD budget that sheds light on the district's efforts to employ some best budgeting practices. As the school year has gotten underway, one important piece of good news is that the district has built up their unrestricted reserve to a level that is 3.5% of the overall OUSD budget. This is a big deal, and it's one that gives our students and teachers more stability. So what exactly is an unrestricted reserve? It's basically a rainy day fund. With a budget as massive and complex as OUSD's, it's critical that the district set aside certain funds that can be used for emergencies, like a big increase in costs or a decrease in revenue. And with signs of a recession on the horizon, it's even more important for the district to be extra cautious and build a strong reserve. In the past, Oakland didn't have this reserve in place, and without it, students and teachers paid the price. They're more likely to suffer the impacts of mid-year cuts and layoffs. We've seen that in the past, and we want to avoid that in the future. So how much is the right amount for OUSD to keep in its unrestricted reserve? The state requires a 2% mandated minimum. Last year, the OUSD board passed a policy requiring at least a 3% minimum. So you can see now the district has a little bit more room above that, but still a long way to go before meeting the 17% state recommended best practice. That's about having 2 months of operating expenses in the budget just in case of emergency. So let's think about this in context. Let's put this into human terms so we can understand it a little easier. In a recent presentation, Chief Financial Officer for the district, Luz Casares, helped us think about that in more human terms. Let's take the median family income in Oakland. That's $56,000. If you think about this family having 3.5% in savings, they'd have about $1,960. Now that family might burn through that money with one single car repair or an unlucky medical bill. If something more drastic were to happen, like one parent's working hours were reduced, it could have severe consequences for the family. And so just like that family wants to build up a strong safety net for their future, OUSD needs to be thinking about not just kids today, but kids tomorrow, and kids the next year, and kids the year after that. So it's important for the district to continue to build up a healthy reserve beyond the mandated minimum requirements. This update is part of our multi-year Budgeting for Impact campaign at Go Public Schools, which advocates for greater transparency, smarter spending, and more money for schools. Stay informed and get updates on the OUSD budget by subscribing to Go's newsletters at gopublicschoolsoakland.org.